Hey my lovelies, and welcome to another Filmy and General Energy reading. And if you're new to my channel, this reading can apply whenever you find it. It's timeless. It can resonate for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. But do keep in mind it is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. So only take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. If you would like to help curate the content that you see on this channel, as well as to receive access to exclusive readings, including 18 plus readings, you can join my Dreamer membership by hitting the join button beneath this video or the join link in the description box. If you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings, general love, finance forecast, or get a personal reading with me, you can find the links to all of those in the description box as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance, and let's go ahead and get into the messages for this time. Immediately, I'm getting 21. I'm getting that as an age. So this reading could connect to someone who is 21 years old, or this could be a message about something maturing, like fully maturing. Yeah, it's like an investment I'm picking up on that's fully maturing. It's like you invested something long ago. It could actually be money, like you invested in like some stocks or some kind of business or some kind of venture, and like you're starting to see the reward of that investment. But if it's not about like an actual investment in that way, like monetary investment, I feel like this is something like you invested in yourself. This could be like you investing in your development in some area or overall, and it's like all that time or all the effort you put into investing into yourself, it's like now you're reaping the reward. It's like now you're about to get the return on your investment because you took the time to actually, I'm hearing, work on yourself. Yeah, I feel that like the next 2 years, I feel like the next year especially is going to be extremely transformational for you. Like a lot is going to happen. I'm hearing that you don't see coming. But even if you do expect some of the stuff that does come, I feel like the way it happens or how it happens, when it happens, that's what's going to be unexpected about it. I'm also getting the movie The Wedding Planner in my head. Um what was that movie about? It was okay, J-Lo was the wedding planner and she was hired to plan a wedding for some clients. Something happened with some kind of accident that this guy saved her from, this doctor, and like she ended up falling for him just to discover that he's the client, like the wedding that she's like was hired to plan. um he starts to doubt. Okay, let me try to channel the message from the what I was talking about, unexpected. You all could meet somebody very unexpected. For some of you, this is going to be a love story that unfolds, but it's going to happen very unexpectedly. You could already be seeing signs that this person is coming or this is going to happen. You could even, I'm hearing in some cases, know who this is coming toward you, but it's still going to be something very unexpected about it. Like the way this forms, the way this comes about, the way this plays out, it's a very, very unexpected energy that it's like you can't guess how this is going to play out from beginning to end. I feel like even, as the years go by and you all are together, it's going to be a lot of unexpected energy. Like I feel like I'm hearing you're going to be looking back at your life 20 years from now and thinking like you never saw any of that coming. Nothing that you experienced, because you have like a wealth of good fortune that is being blessed upon you. And it's not all about love. I feel like it's going to be so much that happens in the romance department and outside of it. I feel like you're going to experience so much great fortune in every form. For most of you, I feel like it's going to, like, love is going to be the root of it. um if you're already with somebody, I feel like this is not going to be for everybody, so please don't take it if it does not resonate. If you're, if you know you're with the one or whatever, but I'm getting that for some of you, you may think you have the one. Like you may think you're with the one, but you have yet to meet the one. So, what's going to be unexpected about your story is that you're thinking you're developing this life and this relationship you're in, or you could even be married, is blossoming into your forever, but you're going to meet someone unexpectedly that breaks that up because that person that you're currently with, like I said, it's not for everybody, is not the one for you. It's like they were a vehicle to lead you to the one. And for some, I'm picking up for somebody, it might be a situation where you actually meet the person you're meant to be with through the person you're currently with. I don't feel like they're like related or anything or close friends. I'm hearing like a mechanic or, yeah, I'm seeing something like somebody who does something with their hands. Like this person may be somebody, maybe this your person's go-to guy or go-to girl for whatever. It's like they're not close, but it's like they have like a rapport with each other because like maybe I don't know, like I'm hearing accountant, like the person that you end up with could be like your current person's accountant or like their mechanic or I'm hearing like their tech guy or some of you are, I'm picking up somebody that's going to marry someone in tech. This person has a lot of money and they're extremely smart, but they are very cool. Like they aren't like a lot of people who work in tech have like a very offbeat personality. I feel like this person is very like cool. Like they're kind of giving me like beach guy, like a beach person, like people like the type of personality that hangs out on the beach. They kind of give me that. Or they're just somebody who's like really cool. Like they dress really nice. I'm getting like cashmere sweaters. Like this person is very on point. I feel like they have such a cool way about them as far as like how they present, like their mannerisms, the way they dress, the way they look. It almost feels like they look too good to be in tech. Because I feel like it's people that work in tech usually have a stereotype, especially the guys. They tend to come off very nerdy, and I feel like this person is a nerd, but they're like the coolest nerds you'll ever meet. That's a very specific story I'm picking up for somebody. But yeah, this person, it's like when you meet them, you're not gonna know like how established, I won't even say established, how successful they are. Cause I feel like, yeah, just something about this person that just gives off like too cool for school, but you find out like they have like a whole tech empire or something like that. Yeah, but and if it's not, that could be somebody's storyline. But if it's not, everybody's not gonna marry or end up with a person is in tech. But if that's not the case, I feel like whoever this is that you're connecting with, you're very surprised at how much they have because something about like when you meet them, you don't think they're shabby or anything like that. You don't think they're down bad or struggling. I feel like you feel like they're, established and doing well for themselves, but how well they're doing is going to surprise you because I feel like this person has so much more I'm hearing to their name than they advertise, and I feel like it's on purpose. You could find out that this person is like a big deal in like another world, also in the sense of like spiritually, but I'm not talking about that part right now. Like you could find that this person works in the industry. Like maybe you meet this person doing one thing, but you find out that they have like a very successful run in like a whole different industry that you're just like, I didn't even know you were into that. So it's like it's not even that they're just into that industry, but they're like really really successful. Like they're a big name in it, but they're like kind of underground. I'm getting Ghost from Power, and like Ghost Ho's shtick was that the reason he got his name because he was this big drug lord, but nobody knew. People in the drug world didn't know what he looked like, and he was maneuvering in the the corporate like Well, he had like tried to open a club. He tried to move like in the corporate world and make that like his legitimate face that people knew him by, James St. Patrick. But to the drug world, he was Ghost, and he was named that for the reason that many people didn't know what he looked like. So I feel like I'm not saying that your person is into any criminal activity. I'm not picking that up. I just feel like they have like they have success in a whole other industry that you're not expecting. And they're a really, really big deal in that industry. But it's like, I feel like they hide it on purpose because I almost feel like they don't want people to know that they have that much fortune. It's like they don't want to be a target for the wrong kind of people. So they keep that part of their lives on tuck. And like you have to really get to know them to know that this is a part of them too. So it's like they do well and whatever face they present and whatever profession they're in when you know the way you meet them, they do well in that too. But I feel like that's not really their money maker. Their money maker is this in this other industry, and it's very lucrative. I should say. Like I said, for some of you, it's tech. Like you can find out that this person is a big deal in the tech world. For other people, it's something else. I'm hearing cannabis industries. So some of them could be in the cannabis industry, but you don't legally, not anything illegal. Like I said, it could be that you find out that this person makes their fortune from the cannabis industry. I'm getting yeah, like I was picking up some. If you're already in a connection, for those of you that scenario or storyline I was picking up, where somebody's in a connection already and they're gonna meet their one through their current person, I feel like when you meet this person, you're just gonna know. I'm getting in Girlfriends there was a storyline where Joan met. Oh, that's interesting. The her boyfriend. What was her boyfriend Ellis when she was with Ellis? For those of you who are familiar with the show, you know what I'm talking about. She was with Ellis, and she met his manager or agent Brock, who was played by what's that? Malik Yoba. Yeah, she met Malik Yoba, aka Brock, through Ellis. Brock was Ellis's manager. So it's aligning with what I was picking up. Like this person who ends up being your one could be connected to your current person. Like they have a rapport. They could even work together in some way, but they're not close. They don't have like a personal relationship. It's really just a professional thing. If that. But yeah, it's like I'm picking up that storyline and like she ended up falling very hard for Brock. And she wanted and I think she even left Ellis for Brock, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm picking that up because I feel like that's what's going to happen. Like you're going to meet this person and like Brock and Joan have this undeniable attraction. And it's more than physical. You just feel like both of you just feel this palpable energy like this is where I'm supposed to be. And like you guys are going to take the steps to like detach from wherever you are to come together. Well, like I said, that's not going to be everybody's story. For some of you, this is like there's no kind of attachment or arrangement like that. It's just the fact that you're going to meet this person in a very, very unexpected way. Like you could literally bump into them on the street or something like that. I'm hearing like you could meet them like going into a building. I'm getting something like that. Like maybe you go into like a building for an appointment and this person just happens to be passing you in the lobby or something and you lock eyes and then it's like you both feel like what is this? I feel like I need to follow this through type of energy. But yeah, either way I feel like you're meeting someone special and it's like both of you together are going to go on the ride of your lives. Like I said, you're going to look back at your life 20 years from now and feel like I didn't see any of this coming. You're going to have so many new experiences. I feel like you went through a time in your life where you didn't really experience much. Either because, you didn't have the access, the resources, your life could have been such a Your life could have been, I'm hearing tight. Like your life could have been so tight and rigid in a way that you couldn't afford to go outside of, certain routines or budget restrictions. So there could have been things that you would have liked to do, but you didn't have, like, you just had these constraints you were working with that you just kind of forgot about it, pushed those thoughts and dreams to the side and said, no, I have to manage this little life that I have. Because I do feel that what I was picking up tight, some of you are living like a very restricted life in whatever way. But through the life that you're about to lead now, you're going to have so many new experiences. So you're going to be doing things that you always dreamt of doing, but more than that, I feel like you're going to be experiencing things you didn't even know was possible. I don't know, I feel like you're going to be going places you didn't even know like you existed, eating things that you're like, what is this? Like, you're going to have so much fun in the next part of your life. And because I was picking up 21 at the beginning of this reading, this could be somebody who was turning 21, and like that in most countries is like the official legal age for that you can do just about anything outside of maybe renting a car at a reasonable rate. But that could be like your coming of age, like you turning that age is the next phase of your life where you get, maybe that was why you were so restricted, because you were young, for most of that time you were a minor, and then you were a teenager. And although you were legal, 18, 19, it's like you were still working under those constraints. But it's like the minute you turn 21, I'm getting that somebody could relocate. Like you could move, like some of you I'm picking up across the country from wherever you live now. And like you start a brand new life and you get to experience all of these things that you were dreaming about when you were a kid. That's somebody's story. For others of you, is not everybody listening to this reading is going to be 21, but it doesn't matter whatever age. I feel like you are entering an age in your life where it's the next phase of your life. It's time for that to begin. And I feel like you spent a significant amount of time prior to this just really working on yourself to prepare for the next phase of your life. Like healing, from past wounds, all of that jazz, so that you don't sabotage whatever it is that is coming. I feel like that's what you've been spending a lot of time doing. So now you're about to reap that reward. It's like there's a version of yourself that you used to see. Like, I don't know, you would get like little visions and flashes of the future. And it wouldn't tell you much, but it's like you could just kind of get a glimpse of like what you're going to look like, kind of like what your surroundings are going to be like, and just the overall feeling that you have inside, you know, in your future, the future version of yourself. But I feel like you're going to reach that point, that those visions that you were having, those are going to come true. And you're going to be thinking back to when they were just visions. And you're going to be like, oh my God, like I'm living the version of myself that I saw all the way back then. Yeah. I feel like everything, it's like all of the past energy is dying off. So anything that you were worried about, like haunting you from the past, it's like it's going to be, I feel like I channeled this before, like burnt off entirely. It's like when they talk about like, I don't care about burning bridges. Like when you burn a bridge, you use it to light the fire of your way or something like that. I think the quote says. I feel like that's what you're doing. Like you don't care about burning bridges from the past because you're like, all it did or all it's doing is lighting the way for your future. So yeah, it's like you don't have those hangups on like, oh, I can't, I can't. It's like you happily detach from your past, whoever I'm speaking to. I don't feel like you're struggling at this point. You may not be at this point yet, but I feel like you're going to reach a point where you're just like, you know what? Forget all that. Like, forget the past, like all of it. Everybody back there, all that I experienced, I'm ready for something new. And you're going to have something new. This is a lot that's coming your way that's new. Your whole life, everything in it, like where you live, the way you look, everybody that's in your life, maybe even what you do, I feel like it's all going to be new. Some of you are changing professions, you are changing cities, states, countries, you're you jumping financial brackets, you are dating like a whole other type of person than you usually date, you're going to be like I said, everything is brand new and it's intentional because I feel like you were never meant to. It's like all your life leading before now, you were meant to be in that life, but you were never meant to be there forever. There are some people who they kind of like stay close to their roots, like they have their roots in, they may go on and add different branches to the tree, but it's like they never depart from the root of like where they come from. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like you're just not meant to be one of those people. You're meant to go on and lead like a brand new life, like start a whole new tree. And some of you is literally like you're meant to maybe start your own family and not be attached to like, your previous family who in that case they would have been very toxic and that tree would have been very riddled with curses and stuff. So it's like that tree had to be chopped down or you just abandon that tree and you planting a whole new tree for your life and the generations to come. That's your children, their children's children. And so, yeah, I feel like for this group, some of you, I'm picking up a very specific story because I'm getting this, the scripture in my head where Jesus talked about like a prophet not being accepted in his own town. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, but I feel like especially those who resonate with what I'm going to say, this reading is for you. Some of you lived a life where you felt like you never quite fit in anywhere, not in your family, not when you went to school. You had friends, but you didn't quite fit in with them, and they never really treated you as like it's like you always felt like you didn't really belong. Like you never really settle, you never got to really settle anywhere, regardless of you having like a home, family, friends, and stuff. It just felt like you were always trying to find your way. And it's like you're finally reaching a point where you're now understanding why you could never fit in or feel like you belonged anywhere. It's because you were never meant to stay there. All of that happened. It's like you were this loose leaf in a sense that was like floating around in your life, and it's like you never quite it's like you always stumbled with finding your way, finding your tribe, finding your people, finding what you're supposed to do, your purpose, all of that stuff. Possibly it could be one or more of those things or all of those things I feel like you struggle with. It's like you just felt like you were this loose leaf. I'm channeling that Khalees song, I think is Get Along With You. Yeah. And it was one time she came on social media and she was singing the lyrics to the song. And it's a part of the lyrics that I never knew what she said. Apparently, a lot of people didn't know what she actually said. But when she said, lonely like a loose baguette, and I don't know, I think I thought she said, I don't remember what I thought she said, but she said, lonely like some loose baguette. But I don't know why those lyrics are coming to me. I feel like you were feeling like that. Like everywhere you were going or everywhere you were in life, it just felt like you were this loose baguette that was just hanging out, just there in the market, but you weren't with the bunch. And now it's like the reason why you never got included in the bunch is because that was never meant to be where you remained. And now that you're entering this new phase of your life, you're actually feeling like you belong for once. So now you understand why you had to remain detached, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally because you just never felt accepted. You now understand that like if you had gotten attached or was able to feel like you belong to your past, you could have had a hard time detaching from that past. But because you always felt rejected in a sense, or just, like I said, not fully accepted, like maybe if they accepted you, it just wasn't like a full embracing energy. And now that you're here, you're like, I get it. I get it completely. I get it entirely why I couldn't quite get it right in that part of my life. I understand why I never felt like I belonged. Like, this is where I was meant to be. This is where you're going to build your life. This is honestly where your life really starts. This is where it gets good. Okay, so that's about all I have for you all for this filming and general energy reading. I hope it was helpful to you. Again, if you would like to help curate the content that you see on this channel, as well as to receive access to exclusive readings, including 18 plus readings, you can hit the join button beneath the video or the join link in the description box to join my Dreamer membership. If you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings, general love, finance forecast, or get a personal reading with me, you can find those links below in the description box as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance, and I'll be back with more readings, lovelies. Bye.